Welcome back to Grappling in Thought. And today I want to talk about walking on eggshells, tiptoeing around, that feeling when maybe something happened, a disagreement, an argument, somebody blew up, or even you just walk into a room and you feel weirdness in the energy, a vibe, an off vibe, and you shrink up. You want to say something, you want to talk, but you start second guessing everything. You maybe shut down. You're nervous to say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, make them mad. Even though we can't make anybody mad, but that's what we get nervous about. Like, I don't want them to react again. I don't want them to not like what I say or do. And we start overthinking everything. And so instead we shrink and tiptoe around and be super careful of what we say and do. That's that eggshell feeling. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But it's our nervous system. Our nervous system is always scanning for safety and threat. Safety, threat. Am I safe? Am I not safe? So when we feel a off vibe or tension in the air, our nervous system sees it as a threat. And even when we know in our head that we didn't do anything wrong, like we talked last week. Hey, this is on them. My intentions were pure. I didn't do anything wrong. This is theirs. There can still be that tension and we can still take that. And we don't know what to do with it. So we tiptoe around it. It's not wrong. It's literally our nervous system. It's built for survival. And so it's not wrong. It's normal. We've all been there. It's part of being human. But when we do it consistently and when we can't find a way to not do it, we lose ourselves. We lose our voice. It becomes a habit of like shrinking and being careful, which creates, the more you do it, all of a sudden you're going to start doing it for smaller things. Someone gets excited and raises their voice and you shrink up because now all of a sudden you find that as a threat. And it just becomes more of a habit. And you start getting anxious about it and you're overthinking more and you shut down more and quicker. You start getting resentful towards the person because they're making you feel this way. And remember, nobody can make us feel a certain way. Things that they do trigger something inside of us. And that's that nervous system thing, right? And so we might even get to where we start beating ourselves up about it. We lose confidence in ourselves. We lose our voice. We lose who we are and we become people pleasers. Actually, I'm recovering, but people pleaser. Where we want to say and do everything to make other people happy. And again, can't make them happy, but that's what we try to do because it's that whole feeling of, what if I say the wrong thing? What if what I say makes them mad? What if what I do isn't right in their eyes? What if they react again? And those are all valid concerns. What if they do? But when we do that, when we constantly are worried of that, we lose who we are because we're too concerned with molding to what everybody else wants. And you're never going to make everybody happy, no matter what. And so we have to find the tools to overcome this tension, that weird energy, that vibe that doesn't feel right. We have to learn to overcome it and stand tall and be ourselves in it. And that's where this series is going to go. But the first part that I've found that has got me on this, okay, I need to fix this, is being aware of it, recognizing it in the moment. So if you can think back to when the last time you felt like you're walking on eggshells or tiptoeing around someone's mood, how did you feel with that? Anxious, scared, um, just frozen, like you didn't know what to say? Am I going to do it right or wrong? Um, what was the situation like? How did you handle it? Now, next time it happens this week, I want you to just become aware of what's actually happening. Oftentimes we get so in our head and we just let things happen, right? We just, we feel the energy, we put it on ourselves, and then we overthink it. And then we shut down, and that's kind of it. And later we might recognize that, oh, I didn't do anything wrong, but I was tiptoeing around, or God, why am I so scared? We might do things later, but if we can catch ourselves in that moment. So say you walk into a room and right away you feel off energy. Recognize what's going on, because immediately you're going to want to think they were talking about you, something about you. They were talking about you. They don't like you. They don't really want you there. Your clothes are bad. You look ugly, whatever. All these things are going to come to your mind, right? But if we can catch ourselves in that moment and say, are my intentions pure? Yes. Did I do something wrong? No. I just walked into this room and the energy's off. It's not on me. And then notice how you feel. Notice how you're tiptoeing around or nervous to say anything, and just feel it. Just recognize it in that moment. That's going to be huge. That's just the start of it, of really becoming aware of it. And it can come up in many different situations. So just like I said, just meeting up with friends and you walk into a room, maybe even a classroom where maybe a teacher just snapped at somebody and there's tension in the air. At home, parent figure is stressed out and snaps, or something happened and there's this heaviness and tension in the air. Boyfriend, girlfriend, you have a disagreement, that's at home too. Anything where you feel a weird vibe or energy or just tension, heaviness in the air. That's where you can watch out for it and try to catch it. Catch yourself and really sit with it and think about it and become aware of it. For me, I really struggle with after something happens. So if my boyfriend and I have a disagreement and there wasn't really resolution with it, it was just a disagreement, or maybe he reacts a certain way, and I can say to myself, okay, my intentions were pure. He was stressed out or whatever reason. That's on him. That's his to take. It's not mine to carry. But I can feel that. I can know that. But my body feels, my nervous system feels the tension in the air. It feels that heaviness. And I feel myself shrinking up, being real quiet, shutting down. And I'll even say to myself, that's his, it's not mine. But my struggle is I'll take that on and I'll go over in my head all the reasons why it's not mine. I didn't do anything wrong. I'll go through the whole conversation, and there's still tension. So one, though I know in my head that it's not mine to carry, that it's his to deal with, because I'm still spiraling and letting it go over and going over it and over and over in my head why it's not mine, I'm taking it on. And then I shrink up and I start tiptoeing around his mood or around the energy, the tension in the air of I don't want it to start another conversation or a disagreement. I don't want to put anything more on him. I don't want him to react to that. I don't want to start anything. Am I going to say the wrong thing? I start doing this whole tiptoeing dance, and then I just shut down and I freeze up and I don't know what to say. That's where I struggle the most. And I've been trying a few things, and that's what we're going to talk about next episode, is some tools of what can help us stand tall in that moment, not shrink up, not abandon ourselves and lose ourselves in that tension, not take it on, not lose ourselves, but stay true to ourselves. And I got some tools, so we're going to talk about that next week. So for now, until then, just become aware of when it's happening, what the situation is, how you feel, what's going on, what the spiral's like in your head, how you handle it, how you feel. And then next week we'll get into what some tools are you can use to work through it without losing yourself. Okay, till next time, keep looking forward.